What's good, YouTubers? Easy as Pie here with another video. If you're watching this, it is most likely fall or soon to be fall. If it's not, well, I guess it's not. So today I'll be showing you how to winterize your Kawasaki 440 or 550 jet ski. This is going to be pretty straightforward. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pick yourself up some fogging oil for a 2-cycle engine. You can find this at pretty much most of your hardware stores, maybe even a gas station. And the other thing you'll need to be doing is either draining or treating the fuel in your tank. And you can get some, it's fuel stabilizer basically. It just keeps your fuel good for the winter. Otherwise, you'll just end up draining your gas tank. So, first thing you want to do, get your ride started up. Let it idle kind of slowly, and then you'll just take your your fogging oil and you'll spray it directly into the carburetor until your engine seizes or just stops, So what that's doing is it's coating the inside of your engine with this oil, and at that point in time your engine will be good to go, and from there you can add the fuel stabilizer to your fuel tank, or you can completely take your fuel tank out and empty it. And if you're interested in learning how to take your fuel tank out, go ahead and check through my videos. I've got one that tells you exactly how to get that thing out there. So that's really all there is to it. So let's do this thing. Alright, and I really need to invest in a tripod because I actually can't do all this at the same time. One hand to start the ski and run it, and the other hand to spray the oil. So anyways, I got it running, it revved up, it was operating, sprayed the fogging oil in, which of course the cap broke as I was using it until it died. That's done. So we're good there. The next thing you'll need to do, like I said, if you're going to treat your fuel, go ahead, just take your fuel treatment, whatever brand you're using, and mix it with your fuel in the proper ratio. Alright, so the fuel stabilizer has been put in the gas, and just rock this around to get it to kind of mix in. It'll eventually diffuse throughout the fuel itself. Last thing you need to do, just go ahead, take a look down into your engine compartment here, and make sure everything looks nice and dry. Mine does, so I'm not too worried about it. Otherwise, I'd go ahead and grab a sponge and just kind of soak up what little water I can find in here. I've got a little bit in the tray, but that's not that big of a deal. So, finally, the last thing you'll want to do, go ahead, and I've actually got my water line disconnected already. Otherwise, you just take a screwdriver, loosen this clamp, and disconnect it. And maybe, I don't use compressed air to blow into these. There's a good chance you could mess up a lot of other things in the process of doing that. But maybe find yourself some sort of fitting to stick on here so you can just blow through the lines gently, just to make sure there's no obstructions or anything like that. Just go ahead, do that with each of your lines, disconnect it, maybe tip it over, make sure there's no water just sitting in there, and repeat that process for pretty much each line that you see. You don't have to get too crazy with this, but that will just make sure that you don't have too much standing water sitting in the engine. And then once you've done that, of course, go ahead and connect everything back together. Alright, so now that you're done with that, that really is all there is to do to these skis in order to winterize them properly. Again, fog your engine while it's on until it dies. Add fuel stabilizer to your fuel or empty your fuel tank out. Make sure there's no standing water inside the ski. And finally, check your lines to make sure there's no standing water inside of the engine compartment. I hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions or comments, throw it in the comments section and I will gladly answer it. Thanks for watching, guys.